All right. Good afternoon, everybody out there in Chester County, Codesville, and on my Facebook page. Doggone it, I'm telling you, we are coming live on City Town Talk this afternoon with a special guest, Mr. Pete Foster, ladies and gentlemen. And boy, do we have some things to share with you. Man, first, man, I want to just give God all the glory and honor for allowing me to see another day on this planet. Because I'm telling you, with COVID-19 and all the things that are going on, it is truly a blessing to see another day. But now, we're going to share some stuff with you now. Recently, I've had two community planners on my show, Shanina Deanna and Heather Myers, and we have been sharing some things in regards to the Codesville Black Media Renaissance Project, and that's who I have, one of the planners and architects of this project I have right here, Mr. Pete Foster. But before I introduce him to you, I want to tell you a little bit of the background in regards to this project. This project is being funded and has been created by the Brandywine Health Foundation, and this is the basis of why they did what they did. The Renaissance was sparked by the social evidence of racial inequality that stemmed from the novel coronavirus, the economic downturn, and unjust criminal system. These societal issues recently exposed pervasive racism with the virus disproportionately impacting African Americans and persistent police brutality that led to the death of yet another Black man, Mr. George Floyd. In March 2020, the Brandywine Health Foundation launched its healthcare and economic relief fund in response to the coronavirus pandemic to meet the vulnerability index of Black and Brown communities in the greater Coatesville area. Additionally, during the 2018-19 period, the foundation led a community-driven strategic planning process of which equity is now the cornerstone of the 2020-2022 strategic plan. Okay, our Brandywine Health Foundation proposes to build upon its community voice strategy to influence unjust media, systems, policies, and practices that continue to marginalize its residents. 3 promotional outlets will be used by the community to lift the Codesville Black Media Renaissance efforts. Number 1 is going to be an advocacy platform to engage local legislators. Arts and culture will be used to permanently display the Black Expo. That's right, we're going to have an expo throughout the city of Codesville. And number 3, ongoing talks, live stream, Facebook conversations to engage grassroots audiences and local and mainstream media outlets. Now, that said a lot, but we're trying to do a lot. And ladies and gentlemen, especially in the area of number 3, where we're talking about grassroots audiences and participants, Mr. Pete Foster is the epitome of grassroots, man. And I want to introduce you, let him tell you, the viewers, a little bit about yourself now. I want you to go to your iPads and your phones, and I want you to tune into this. And I want you to share this because the community always would like to know what's going on, and we perish for a lack of knowledge, right? So we're getting ready to tell y'all what's jumping off, what we've been up to, and what we're looking forward to, and all that stuff. Sister Iris Holmes, thank you for checking in, Iris. The Codesville Black Media Renaissance Project is up, and we are about to go. So first, I would like to introduce you all to Mr. Pete Foster. Pete, say a little something to the viewers out here.
Well, I'm excited. I'm very excited for the upcoming things that we're going to do for the community. I am a graduate from Coatesville. I went to Coatesville schools all my life, graduated from the high school 2012. I commuted from Coatesville to Westchester University, graduated December 2016 with a bachelor's degree in communications. And I just want to use my research skill set, which I use on campus, researching the retention rates and graduation rates of Black males at Westchester University, and then furthering on with looking at Pennsylvania state-funded schools, seeing the graduation rates and retention rates for Black males there that we face when going to predominantly white institutions, seeing the differences with the teachers, the students, and things like that. So I'm just trying to grasp on the new research and and trying to help out any way that I can.
Pete, man, thank you, Pete. Hey, Pete, you got a voice like you can sing with Boys to Men or something, though. I'm listening to you. I'm getting ready to put on the soundtrack. Oh, man, it is so good. Look, it's good to spend a little time with you today. Pete and I, along with others, we have been going through this since last year. We have been in the planning process, meeting with the Brandywine Health Foundation, some of the big shots too, man. Them people, they think real good and they putting us together. I'm telling you, and I'm just so grateful. And I think I need to give a shout out to them because normally I don't do it, but I want to give a shout out to Miss Vanessa Briggs, who is the executive director of Brandywine. Miss Tammy. Now I wasn't planning on this shout out, so I hope I remember their last names. But Miss Tammy Dowling, I'm gonna say Dowling.
Black.
Kimberly Hayes, she's got another last name, and Miss Sophia Hansen. They are the four people in the background that has been spearheading this, and I'm telling you, I just see like it's going to take off, and I'm just so excited. Now, Pete, we're going to spend a little time here because I want the viewers to hear your heart in regards to what's going on with this whole project.
Okay.
So I have a few questions. We're not going to keep our people long because we want to be a good steward of their time. But let me ask you, number one, the purpose. What is the purpose of the Codesville Black Media Renaissance Project in layman's terms?
Well, in layman's terms, the project is a collaboration of research and community members to input on ideas that lack educationally and economically for Black and Brown students of the coastal area. We, as a community member, see the decrease in the availability of programs due to COVID and the impact this has had on lower economic families. The families who cannot afford to attend extracurricular activities that are not provided by the schools. So, say there's a good news club that my daughter attends at Rainbow Elementary, and they haven't been able to go to school. They just started this week, so they haven't had the opportunity to attend this program after school. But what they have had, Pastor Jack, has tried to do is implement a way for the kids to learn their Bible studies on the computer, engage in Facebook Live parties. But that always isn't, engaging for students to sit on the computer when they have to sit on it all day for school to learn, and then have to sit on it in the afternoon to learn other things. So engaging in a setting where they're together, that's what it's all about. So we're trying to figure ways how we can try to implement new programs, bring programs back to the schools, and also extracurricular programs that aren't funded by the schools that can be held in the community as well.
Wow, Pete, man, I feel smarter just listening to you talking about it, man. I'm telling you. And that is so true, man. We need to bring that stuff right back here for our children and everything. Okay, that's good, 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 man. We're getting off at a great start. Hey, Mr. Anderson, how are you, sir? Thank you for tuning in this afternoon. This is an unscheduled program. Normally, I come on Wednesdays at 3 o'clock, but this is just too special. I had to ignore my midday chat show because this is so important what we're trying to do in regards to the expo and everything else. How do you think we can provide a platform whereby to address some of the inequities due to COVID-19, the economic downturn and unjust criminal system?
I think change comes from within the people who reside in the community. We can provide a platform by engaging with family members through social media to get input on what school age kids are missing, and what has been impacted by COVID-19. I believe social media um, can reach a broad audience and allow for families to see programs they may have not have known about in the past. I think getting guest speakers to speak through live YouTube channels will benefit and will act as a way for community members to engage safely, not having to come together in a group setting with COVID going on. There can be 2 to 3 guest speakers that may go over what schools already offer, while allowing polls and written statements on social media platforms can create what programs we may need, and what COVID has impacted with the families, because families are more with their kids now. They're more in tune with the education that they're getting, with the programs that they're in. So on these social media platforms, the polls can answer what families think the program should be in the future.
Wow. So I see you keying in on the educational aspect.
Mhm.
You're really into that, and that's good. That's good. So you feel like during this COVID that has been lacking and it's coming up short.
I don't think that it necessarily lacks. I think the teachers are doing a terrific job. I really do. It's really hard, especially when there were groups of kids going to school and the teachers still had to have kids in the classroom and they teach them virtually through the Zoom meetings. I think the teachers are doing a terrific job, but there also are some kids who are who don't have the other engagements that some do. You know, there are some kids that have to go to their friends' homes to get on Zoom meetings because their parents have to work. Not every parent has the ability to stay home with their kids and engage in their studies. So I do believe that the teachers are doing a wonderful job. The parents that are in families that are engaged with their kids are doing a wonderful job. But COVID has impacted ways with the extra curriculum. I believe the regular curriculum, you know, getting your science, your reading, and things throughout the day. But it's the extra things and engagement because honestly, that's what colleges look for too. You can't just think about the younger kids, the older kids. The colleges look for how the high school kids are interacting, not just within their school day, but what are they doing within the community or after community? What groups are they a part of? What clubs are they a member of? And things as such. When COVID-19 takes that away, it's harder for colleges to say, yes, this student has impacted in this way or this student is engaged in this way. So I think that it's a need for them to come back.
Wow. And you know, and while you were talking, I was thinking about the economic downturn because it's in the description here in regards to the economic downturn. There are some people who can't because of COVID-19, because of being laid off or being afraid to go to work or whatever case may be, may not have the internet.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And so now what do they do? You know what I mean? Uh,
That's where it comes in, where they're sending their kids to maybe a friend's house that they have that they go to school with, so they can be on the Zoom meetings as well. And that might make it hard because you have a kid right here, a kid right here, and you know, hearing they might be in different grades and different classes, so
yeah.
it makes for difficult terms. It does.
Wow, wow. Never even looked at it like that. Yeah, but that's so true. Okay, now, why do you think it's important for us to discuss these concerns on a large scale as a community?
Change is important and children, they'll be our future leaders, so it's only right that we discuss the problems of today to create a better tomorrow for students who grow and learn within the coastal area school district and beyond. It's important to discuss different funding and ways to provide for funding and scholarship for students who want to engage in the arts, technology, business, and more. We want to encourage students that education is the key and encourage students to engage in as many programs that they can take on within their workload. We want to teach students who come from lower economic status that grades are key to going into college, but the experience of networking is especially key, especially on the collegiate level. It is important to provide a safety net for kids to engage with community leaders so they can value and benefit from this experience when it comes to networking on the collegiate level and beyond. And I want to reiterate on networking. It's very important, especially on the college level. Networking, networking, networking. It's not always about what you know, but sometimes who you
Oh, wow. Hey, look, baby, Pete, if you was running for office, I'd vote for you.
know.
Man, woo, but made my head hurt. That's all right. That's good stuff. Hey, look, ladies and gentlemen, for all of y'all out there that's viewing, we plan on having a Black Expo. And we're going to be displaying arts, culture, and in the areas of spoken word, paint, artistry, photography, communications, all these things. Uh, in the upcoming weeks, I have some dynamic people like Mr. Foster here, man. Because can I just get like real like funds, right? Be it not for this foundation creating this platform, I would have never met Pete.
Mhm.
That's the networking aspect that we're talking about. I would have never met Miss Tammy and Kimberly and people like that. And we are planning to do something, and we're bringing people to you from the community that's going to be articulating their vision, their dream, their desire to be part of the solution and not the problem, man. And I'm looking forward to it. And I have some upcoming speakers that's going to be sharing. So I will be replaying this this discussion with Pete all the way up until the time we have the expo. Heather Myers interview, all the interviewers of the planners you will be seeing constantly because I want us as a community to rally together to make this a success, to bring this platform and make it citywide so we can hear citywide voices, citywide concerns, see citywide talent, all this together under one platform together because everybody's always saying, well, man, we ought to get together. Well, here's your opportunity to get together. This is it. We're going to I'm getting ready to say confront. No, we're getting ready to sit down with legislators. We want the rappers. We want everybody together in on this, man, and make this something. I feel so excited about this. Hey, Lamont, it is good to see you. Lamont, we are talking about the Black Expo that is in the process of happening. This isn't no pipe dream. These are people. These are the Pete's of this community, and the Heathers and the DJ Joneses and all those people. Michelle Allen. We have been working in the background to make something come to be a reality this year, and we are going to talk about, display, and do all the things that's necessary to convey a message to our community and to include y'all so we can hear your concerns. So we can start working this thing out. What you think, Pete?
I love it.
Shucks, ain't nobody playing with nobody. I love it, man. I love it. But wait a minute, I still got more. Walt Washington, it is good to see you, man. We are talking about the Codesville Black Media Renaissance Project. A renaissance. That's what we're talking about. Hey, look, Pete, I got another question for you now. You are multi-talented and all that kind of stuff, man. So what is your area of expertise? Will you be displaying what you do in the Black Expo? And will your area of expertise enhance this project and how? A lot of questions there, wasn't it?
A little mouthful. I believe my area expertise is my research and communications with a little bit of background in marketing. I'm here to help in any area that I can. I will always provide my collaboration of research as I've done before with my independent research at Westchester University regarding Black male retention and graduates at PWIs, that's predominantly white institutions. And I just hope that with the Black Expo that not only will we network, but we'll bring more talented people on, people who want to collaborate with us, who want to network with us, that this won't be the only channel that we'll have to work with regarding lower economic status families who have been impacted by COVID-19. We don't want to just network when it's a negative impact that hit our community. We want to network when there's something positive that hits our community. We want to open new engagements for positivity in our community. We want to open new shops. I mean, Derek Morgan is doing a lot for this community as well that may not get talked about, that people may not know. We want to network with people like that so we can just make Coatesville popping, how people say, make Coatesville popping.
Hey man, I like that. I like that. Hey, look. Once again, I want to say share this video because if y'all don't share it, you're gonna see it all the way up until July or August anyway, until the expo jump off. So you might as well share it now. But like, check this out. Pete and the other planners want you all to become a part of this. In other words, Pete's doing communications. So he's going to need other people that's down with communications to come and collaborate in how we can communicate the message or whatever it is that Pete does in his area of expertise. See, this isn't a one-man show. It ain't like we got like one graphic artist, so he's going to be showing his stuff and it's going to be all about him on that expo. No, we have a graphic artist that's part of the planning committee, but we need other graphic artists to be a part of it so they can show their stuff. Heather Myers, she's part of the planning committee. She spoken word, everybody knows that, poetry. So we need other, this is a messed up word, poetesses to become part of the poetry and spoken word hookup. So it just doesn't be her speaking words, it's other people sharing their heart. This is what this thing is about. the planning committee is just nothing but a start off point where everybody else, you see the different niches, find out what niche you want to be in and go get with them people and say, all right, how can I add some flavor to this thing? And then y'all plan it out. And that becomes a part of the big expo. Can't no 9 people had no expo because 9 of us planning. No, the plan is to bring y'all in and let's make this thing big. And like Pete said, popping.
And that's
You
the
know
thing.
what I mean?
Like you said, break people network with us. We're telling on the network now, not have it, we're done what we do, down the line, and people are like, well, they should have did it this way and they should have did it this way. Well, you should have came and helped.
Yeah. Now, here it is. This is your opportunity. Yeah, and because we always do that. Oh, yeah, they should have did. This is your opportunity to tell us how we should do it, and then let's do it. Let's do it. Hey, man, this has been you know what, Pete? You know what? This has been pretty good.
Yeah.
I like this, man. Hey, you got a whole new second. You know, usually when we're playing, it's all dark in your background. You know,
I know.
all honest, or you're cutting grass and you're on the meeting at the same time. You know how you be doing stuff, man. It has been a plum pleasing pleasure spending this little bit of time with you this morning, man. And look, you viewers out there, man. There are people working in the background. Don't get discouraged and dismayed, man. It's because you don't see it right now doesn't mean it's not happening, man. You got some people that's fighting the good fight in the background to turn this thing around. We want you to be a part of it. I want you to know that Codesville rising. Ain't nobody playing with y'all. We're going to make this thing happen one day, one person, and one challenge at a time. I want you all to have a good day. Pete, thank you for allowing me to have this time and opportunity to just holler at you and hear your heart in regards to this project. I want you to have a good day, man. And everybody out there in Chester County and Codesville, God bless you and have a great day. Peace out. Bam.
Mm-hmm.